One of the mantras that your anti-gay and ex-gay movements use is that homosexuality is a choice. Well, certainly a lot of people who are themselves gay question that. So I'd like to address that issue. Consider this. Suppose that homosexuality were a choice. Would that then mean that a lot of your religious folk that come out and say that it is a choice and hence shouldn't be protected? I would ask them this. So why'd you choose to be straight? Because if it's a choice, it cuts both ways. Well, certainly, we kind of have a good idea what the answer to that is going to be. We're straight because that's the only right and moral way to be. And as such, the government should not protect immorality. But consider this. Within our culture, we do protect one very important choice. That's the choice of religion. We are allowed to choose any religion we want, or for that matter, to not practice any religion whatsoever. That is even built into our Constitution, the freedom of religion, the First Amendment. So, is that then to say that one choice is to be exalted, another choice to be despised? This is highly inconsistent. Well, all right, so sometimes they'll make the appeal to the case of, well, what about the social traditions and such like that? As I had said in an earlier video, societies change. And remember, a lot of your more vehement people, in terms of the religious side, were at one time viewed as heretics. A lot of your evangelical movement comes from Protestants. They were heretics. They weren't following the great Church of Rome. And back in the Middle Ages, a lot of people went up in flames on account of this. Or even some of the schisms within Protestantism. Well, one cannot be complacent that one has the true religion in the eyes of the law. One chooses who they believe to be the best one. Just as one chooses, or maybe people don't choose, their orientation. The whole thing is that just because it's perceived to be a choice, which first of all, I deny as being the case. The whole issue of why'd you choose to be straight? Well, most people will say, I couldn't possibly be anything else. Right there, they're admitting that orientation is not a choice. And so between using religious background, of course religion and one's faith is a choice, to try to keep the homosexual community down, but then turn around and say, oh, but orientation is not a choice because it wasn't a choice for them. So make up your minds. If it's truly a choice, then they imperil their own First Amendment rights. If they say it's not a choice, then it's discrimination, just as gender, race, ethnicity, all those things that we cannot choose but are inflicted upon us from our birth. So I would make the claim that anyone who says, we can't defend it because it's a choice needs to look real carefully at themselves.